So I finally bought myself one of these for Christmas and I love it. Entirely in Japanese. So pretty. Okay, so you can see roughly. Wait, can you see? Top bit's the size of my hand. We have a handle. This bit is stainless steel, and it's like stainless steel netting, handmade. And then this bottom bit, I think sometimes they use like white ash, but I got the last of one of them that was made from the hinoki cypress wood, which apparently has the antibacterial properties, but it smells really nice as well. So yeah. Mesh knitting. So you'd have to smell it. And so I'll do that for you guys. One thing, if you can see, when I started using it was part of this mesh, what it's supposed to do is also, like, as you shake it, remove some of the husks from the sesame. The thing is, I don't necessarily want that. And so sometimes it'll make like the little like crumbs on your burner, which is it kind of burns off too as you roast it, but you can hear it immediately. Careful, it's kind of hot. Can see, I think it's pretty toasted in general. Very quickly, I think the things that I really like about this is one, just how tangible and that you can see everything that it is. Like, it's very different from just I guess just like toasting it up in a pan or toasting up like nuts and seeds in the oven. It's very much more tactile. You can feel when the seeds pop. You have to like physically elevate it above the fire. So everything is very like you turn it, you know, rotate it and you smell it. So everything is just a whole lot more tactile. The other thing is that a good and a bad is that it does toast things way more quickly. Because you have to set it over an open flame, everything just like it touches the seed, and so everything happens so much more quick, which is nice. conversely, on the bad part of it is like, one, you do have to monitor that heat. Like my first try when I first did this was like all of my seeds were like popping and crackling, and I was like, wow, this is so amazing, this is so quick and awesome. But when your seeds pop and crackle so quickly, it usually means that the heat is turned on too high. And usually for like nuts and seeds, it's better to kind of at a more low temperature roast them so that they get their flavors out. But if you have the heat too high, I ended up just burning my first batch, even though I was just so happy about hearing all of the crackle. So on the negative side, there's a lower margin of error because it is direct heat. So that being said, you have to lower the heat yourself, you have to monitor it, and then at the same time, you don't put this directly onto the fire. It would be way too much. You always have to hold it and you always have to elevate it. So it's one of those things where if you didn't have time and you just wanted to, like sometimes you leave the pan on the stove a little bit and then you kind of, shake it around every once in a while. You can't do that. This is a very, very much a, you have to monitor it type of process, which I think is why it has its meditative qualities to it as well. So, sometimes I get these Japanese things like this, the surabachi that I do by hand. It's just, it kind of just forces you to be in the moment for a little bit, and just like actually be there, like have the patience, go do it. And not to mention it is very pretty. So, but I think over time you'll kind of like learn how to do it. Like if you like these kinds of things, you'll kind of learn like, okay, like what heating, what setting, how far away should I be putting, the fire and everything. And other than that, it's just, it's really well made and everything's, really pretty. Cypress, hinoki wood. I don't know how to exactly care for it, and I'm not even sure if I should be washing it each and every time because sometimes it doesn't really touch anything liquid, and I don't know, but occasionally I do take like a toothbrush and I just scrub it because a layer of kind of like oily film from either like the seeds usually develop on it. So I just kind of brush it. So yeah, that was really quick. Hope you all enjoyed this, and I will put a link down below from the company that makes these so that you all can see how much I spent on it. Okay, all right. Bye.